Welcome to Sharing My Truth with Mel and Suzie, the uncensored version, where we bear it all.
We do.
And hello, everyone, and welcome back to Sharing My Truth Pod. You're here with Mel and Suzie. Thanks for tuning in with us today. And if you are listening to Apple Podcasts or Spotify or YouTube, hey, you can subscribe anywhere you see that or anywhere else you're listening to it. We really appreciate it. And give this pod a 5-star review. You can also DM us on any of our socials at Share My Truth Pod, where we have all these little videos every single day. You can check out our little clips. They're pretty great. You can join in the conversation. And if you want, you can go to sharemytruth.com, where you can also share your own truths with us. Voicemail, email us. We'd love to hear from you. You might even be on the pod. Hey, babes.
Hello, darling.
Hello, darling. How are you?
Fabulous. Fabulous.
Pretty cute. Pretty cute today.
No.
Like always. So fun. Just good to be here.
It is.
It's good to be alive. Doesn't it feel good to be alive?
Wow.
Doesn't it feel fun?
Well, the alternative isn't great.
Exactly what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This is good to be.
It's good.
Yeah, feeling fresh.
Feeling fresh.
Spring allergies are drifting away, so that feels good for me. But
Yes.
I don't know if anyone else they got allergies,
Oh,
seasonal allergies.
This is a very exciting conversation. I do. Yeah. It's very boring.
I'm just trying to say, you never know what a person is going through, and so you better just be
don't.
kind.
I always say this to my children, is it takes a lot more effort to be mean than it does to be nice. Like, you have to
Absolutely.
actually fucking think about it if you're going to be mean. A
Absolutely.
mean fucker.
Mel, do it again.
Anyway, this has nothing to do with what we're talking
No,
about.
of course not.
No.
But I just wanted to start the pod out with being like, we're all friends here. Let's be kind.
Yeah, be kind.
Anyways, what are we talking today? What are we talking about today, Mel?
We're talking about, like, when you're dating
Yes.
and relationships. Obviously, these are two different things. Where are the boundaries with your privacy? Like, do you share your location? Do you share passwords? Should people be able to see texts and whatnot? What do you think about this?
So interesting.
Suzie, what do you think?
I'm in the
I know
hot
what-
seat.
I know what I think. So what do you think?
Okay, so I would say if I was in a relationship, this is like relationship. You're
Okay.
not dating anymore. This
You've got
person,
past that.
you got past that. You're in an exclusive relationship. I believe
Yes.
that yes, you should be able to have your partner's password
Yeah.
in their computer
Yeah.
and in their phone.
Yeah.
And it is a red flag if they do not give it to you.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not saying they're a credit card pin. I'm just saying they're, their
Yeah.
phone. If you
Yeah.
have to do a call, your phone's not working or something.
Yeah.
Yes, you gotta.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be a secret. You
Well,
shouldn't be
shouldn't be
having.
anything on there.
You shouldn't be anything on there. You shouldn't be worried about all these
Yeah.
things. So that would be my thing for that. But the problem is when you have that person's password and they've trusted you with that,
Yeah.
and you are taking advantage of that by going through their phone without their consent.
Well, then you've got a problem.
Yes.
I mean, there's no circumstance where that's okay. Like, I obviously know my husband's password is his phone and stuff like that.
Yes.
But I don't sit there, he's left the room and check everything, or he checked mine. I mean, what would I be looking for? I mean, if you're even looking for something, that's your red flag.
Yes.
It's a problem. If he, and I don't know every single, and mine, and we all have bazillions of passwords these days, but
Mhm.
I think the other thing is like sharing locations on your phone. Like,
Mhm.
obviously, I share my location.
You do with your husband and your kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah. So they know where you are. Or
Right.
it's not really me. It's just a safety thing.
Mhm.
Especially for children, it's just a safety thing. For husband, yeah. I mean,
See, I don't think I would do. I don't know if I'd feel comfortable with that until they are my husband.
oh yeah. But I think that's a very good point. Is you really shouldn't be doing that, because I've heard or seen circumstances where people have asked to share location and the other person says no, and then they get all upset about it.
Mhm.
I think that you need to be. I mean, if you are actually in a relationship and they won't share your location, that's probably a bit of a flag right there. But I think you shouldn't be dating and doing that. That's absurd. I think you
Yeah.
should be a little bit into it, like i.e. exclusive and this is your person and all of that, then okay, fine. But I don't think necessarily you have to do it.
Yeah,
And
I
I
think
think
people should
it's
still have secrets. Like, and not like weird deviant secrets from your partner, but like if you see someone's location at all times and you know where they are, and I don't know, then you can be like, "How's your day, honey?" And they're like, "Oh, fine. Like, I just went to the grocery store." And they're like, "Well, I actually saw at the art gallery like at 2:30. So what the
yeah,
hell were you doing?" And it's like,
yeah, it's obsessive.
okay, like
Yeah.
it's like
I mean,
let
if
this person have a
yeah,
life.
I think it also depends, like, if you live with the person and stuff
Yes,
like that.
totally.
It really depends to me how far you're into it. Obviously, if you're married, I think it's pretty normal
Yeah.
that, that you would do that. I think if people don't want or are not comfortable at a certain point, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. I do think it is a flag if somebody doesn't want to um let you look at their phone or whatever, then obviously there's something going on, right? But I still think people are weird. You hear these stories of particularly women going through their guy's phone. I'm like,
Yeah.
what are you looking for?
Yeah.
And why are you doing that? I mean, if you're going on there because you're making a call or some family member or some friend or somebody sent you a text and your boyfriend, guy, whatever you want to call him, says, "Oh yeah, look at it," and he shows you and you look at it, or that kind of thing, that's different. But why are you going through somebody's phone to find
Without
what?
their
Without their
permission.
permission.
Yeah.
That is obviously completely not cool.
Yeah, because the yeah, like the relationship should be built on trust.
Yeah, and who's got time for that?
As soon as you're breaking that trust, you
Yeah.
are done.
Oh, 100%. As soon as you're breaking that trust, you are done. Absolutely,
You're
it's
finished.
almost irretrievable. If
Yes.
the trust goes, or if there is a question mark over trust before anything happens, yeah, it's really
And
problematic.
like the thing is like, okay, yes, you maybe like let's say you're the woman
Mhm.
and there is a possibility that you have like an inkling that your man is cheating on you.
Mhm.
Do you look through his phone if you can?
Hmm. I've never been in that situation.
No, but if you
I
were,
I understand that it would kind of drive you crazy, but I think the problem is if you think to myself, "I need to look at this phone because he won't tell me." I mean, it's
well, because
bad.
there are partners who, when they cheat, they're
Mm,
gaslighters,
yeah.
they're
Yeah,
manipulators.
of course, yeah.
So unless you see it for yourself,
Yeah,
you won't believe it. You won't get out of the
yeah,
relationship.
yeah. I think you're in a pretty bad place if that's
I
happening.
mean, yeah,
I
that's
mean,
like it.
so it's very hard for me to judge that. I think if, you know, I don't know, almost if you're even having those
I
thoughts,
know.
um,
It's not
it's
great.
no, not good at all. And then I think the other problem today is there are so many different ways of communicating with people.
Mhm,
There's not just your text, there's social media, there's all sorts of other platforms that you could be, and I'm not even talking about dating stuff.
mhm.
There's all sorts of WhatsApp, whatever it is, all sorts of different ways. Like, what are you going to do? Check all of them?
Exactly, and the way that you are able to, secretly message people nowadays
Yeah.
is
And
crazy.
and messages can disappear. Like you
Yes.
can set things up so that it disappears after however much time, all that kind of
Yeah,
thing.
so
Yeah.
it's like, is looking through the yeah, of course, if they're dumb and they're cheating on you openly on their text messages, yeah, of course, that's their fault.
Yeah.
But it's like, if you have that weird inkling of, I need to check his phone all the time just because he might be cheating on me,
Yeah. I think you've answered your own
yeah,
question.
you cannot live your
Yeah.
life like that.
No, 100% you
And
can't.
it's like, if you're asking for a location from your partner when you're not married, you haven't been dating that long, or you're not living together, and you're just want to see what they're doing at all times,
Yeah,
you
why?
don't why do you
Why?
wanna see what they're doing all times?
I mean, I don't even need to see that. Like I said, I don't have this, like, where are you and what you're doing. It's more like a sort of, I guess, a safety thing, or it's just, to be honest, we set it up. We haven't even thought about it, to
Yeah,
be honest.
but if you are worried
But
about your safety, as just, a woman who's, dating or in a
yeah.
short relationship, they can give their location note to a best friend. It doesn't have to be to your
Yeah,
man.
yeah. I think also just if you are obsessed generally, at whatever point you are in a relationship where somebody is and what they're doing, I think you have to ask yourself why.
Mhm,
Why are you obsessed? Why do you care?
mhm,
Why do you not trust them
mhm.
to be doing something that they should be doing, right? Like,
Yeah.
why? And if you get into that, then people start lying. And I know situations where that's happened where, like, men particularly being very obsessive about, their wife, where she is and what she's doing, and then coming home and asking her, like, 1,000 questions, and you're
Right.
just like, "Why?" Like, have you built this whole scenario in your head,
Mhm.
which then means there's something else going on,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
But I mean, yeah, sharing locations, I think when you're just like dating, is that really necessary if you're not living together? You should be able to do whatever. Um, and I think there are boundaries that, it's your privacy. And if you trust somebody, it's private. It's
Yeah.
not private, but it's just like, why do you need to see every single thing, right? I
Yeah.
mean,
Like, I don't want to share every single little part of me with someone else. Maybe my, like, best friend, my best
yeah,
girlfriend. Um, but it's different with a guy. Like, I think a little bit of mystery is still sexy, and I'm not, like, saying, like, I'm fucking around on him, so
mm,
that's the sexy part. It's more like I don't want him to know where I am all day, so I can kind of, like, surprise him with something, or, like,
yeah,
I don't know, like, there's just other things, and I'm like, I want to do things that I wanna do and, like, not have someone else be judging my every move.
yeah,
It's a very weird culture that we have built nowadays that
yeah,
where, like, you shouldn't have to see what your partner is doing all day, or you shouldn't have to look through their phone to trust them.
yeah.
The trust should just be there.
Yeah, it should be, otherwise you're wasting your time, quite
Yeah.
frankly. You're on a very bad path if you just innately don't trust, and you're it goes straight away in your head to, I need to check.
Yeah.
Well, then, what's the point?
I mean, I do remember, and this is, like, when I was a kid, but, like, I remember I was having a sleepover at my friend's house, and her mom came in to the room, and I was, like, pretending I was sleeping
Mm,
in my sleepover, and she was looking through her phone
why?
while she was sleeping.
That's weird.
And I was like, "Oh my god, your mom obviously doesn't trust you at all."
Mm,
I w and this is, like, back when you had, like,
yeah, yeah,
flip phones, so you didn't have a password on it,
yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah, okay, yeah,
So your whoever could have your phone could look
yeah,
through your texts and all this stuff.
yeah.
Um, but I'm like, obviously, like, that's something totally different. Like,
Mm.
would you look through your daughter's
No,
phones? Yeah.
no,
But do you know their
because
passwords?
no.
Yeah.
Uh,
But you trust them.
well, yeah. I mean, my way of dealing with that has always been, if you raise your kids to kind of understand
Mhm.
social media, or understand, like, digital ways of communicating, if you kind of give them the tools to kind of deal with that, it shouldn't be an issue. It's never been an issue, because I've kind of dealt with it as it's gone along. I mean, why on earth would I read their messages? That's none of
Mhm.
my business.
Right.
And then they need some privacy. And what do I think they're doing, for God's sake? I mean, what on earth do I think they're doing? And they're not, I mean, they're doing whatever with their friends, but nothing like that other teenagers aren't, or
Yeah.
young, 20-year-olds are doing.
Yeah.
And it's none of my business. And I know that a lot of people will be like, in my case, I pay for my kids' phones, right? They'll say, well, I pay for it, so I should check it. But why?
Right.
Like,
That's interesting.
what are you checking? I
Right.
don't, but I've always been of the mind, like, I know a lot of, parents who have restricted social media and restricted internet and all that. I've never done that,
Right.
because in my view, and this is personal to me, I feel that that is the world we live in. We
Mhm.
live in a digital world.
You have to teach them how to deal with the tools that
I
are
gave them the tools. I gave them,
yeah.
and I talk to them all the time to understand that there's a lot of crazy shit on social media. There's a lot of crazy shit online, to understand what's going on, to take a lot of it with a grain of salt. Also, communication with people, to be extremely careful.
Mhm.
I think most kids who are their Gen Z, or what's the younger one,
Alpha, Gen Alpha?
something, Gen Alpha, yeah, that you have to just teach them to be really careful of your digital presence. So that's one thing I've always,
Right.
like, very careful.
No nudes.
Well, yeah, don't do that if that's not your intention. Like, I
Right.
mean, be careful, because that's there forever. Be careful how you comment on social media. Be careful how you communicate with anybody, because that's there forever.
Mhm.
So in that sense, um, and we've never had an issue.
Right.
Because we talked about it.
Yeah.
But I guess, yeah, I mean, we do live in this world where, we never had that before. It was always sort of a bit like, oh, have you read that person's diary or something? Or whoever kept a diary. Now there are just so many places you could have or be hiding
Mhm.
or communicating or whatever. And do you actually need to know all of that? Even like I use a lot of apps for work, like all
Mhm.
sorts of platforms. There's so many ways you could be communicating with people, right? What are you going to do? Go through all of those?
No, that's
And
exhausting.
and I mean, like you have to have the trust, and
Mhm.
also the person who each of you has to be not nervous that a message going to come up and they're going to, what's that? Who's that? That kind of thing. You got to, otherwise, kind of like, what's the point?
I do think that's so crazy of, like, you're texting someone and then whoever you're with, your partner, is like, "Oh, who you texting?" I mean, don't be like, "Nobody," but then just be like, "Oh," like, I don't know, do you say exactly who you're texting and what they said? Do you know what I mean? Or do you even
No.
ask the question as to who you're texting?
I think the only time, like, sometimes if the phone's like, oh God, who is that? Like,
Yeah,
bing, 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 bing.
right.
And sometimes that's my phone, sometimes that's my husband's phone, but it's not, it's always work. It's
Yeah, yeah,
always
yeah.
a work thing. And it's just like, oh my God, ping, 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 and it keeps going. And then you're like, oh, it's this or it's
Yeah, yeah.
that.
Like, if they're just texting someone regularly, you're not like, "Who you texting?"
No, not really. I
No.
mean, why do I care?
Right,
And I
exactly.
know it's one of however many people. It's not like a big handful of people. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But
It's
I
so
I
interesting.
I think some people get very, wound up about it, and it is generally women, isn't it, to men? They're just not trustful. They just imagine all these scenarios, and I think you have to not do that, otherwise, why are you dating? Why are you I'm not telling you that that person isn't doing something
Yeah.
distrustful, and that may happen, but I don't think you can kinda set out with that thought, can
Yeah,
you?
I know, it's really hard because, like, it is like, if I was not to share my location with the guy I'm
Mhm.
dating, would he be like, "Well, why not?" Right? And then
Yeah.
is that my red flag to him? But is that also a red flag for me?
I think
Do you know what I mean?
to me, the red flag is if he does that really early on, like, that's really bizarre.
I'd be like, "Yeah, no,
What? That's
sorry."
strange. I think if you're a little ways into, I mean, I don't know. Is there a like, okay, we've been dating for a year. Do you,
Yeah, when do you get to know each other's passwords?
yeah, when is that?
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
I've no idea. I think it should actually just be a natural thing.
Yeah,
It should be like, I mean, maybe you just don't know their password
and I
until you actually need to use the phone because your phone's dead or whatever.
and when they change their password,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Will that be weird? Because
Yes,
who does
like,
that?
well, like, right, like, when you're changing your password for whatever reason,
Mm.
and then they're like, "Oh, I couldn't get into your phone." And then they're like, "Well, why were you trying to get into my phone?"
Yeah.
That sounds like a bad relationship.
That is not good at all. No. But yeah, I mean, it's interesting. What are the boundaries? And I personally don't think uh you should have a sort of thing. Oh yeah, okay, we're at the 6 month mark. I should be asking, share my location. I mean, I don't know, is that a thing
I don't really
nowadays?
hope not, to be honest. I think it's just like whatever feels right for you. If you want your location, this is the thing. You can't make someone else do something else, like do something.
Yeah.
So if I'm like, "Oh, Mel, I want to share my location with you because I want to feel safe and I feel safe that you're
Right.
going to see it."
Right.
Or I want you to know my password just in case something happens or something like that.
Mm.
Here's my phone password. Here's my computer password.
Mm.
Feel free to
Mm.
use it if you need, but like whatever.
Mm.
And that would make someone feel comforted and that would make me not check your phone
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
like was
Yeah.
being like weird about
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
But I think that's just like a nice thing to say and that should happen naturally like you're saying.
After
But
a
if
certain period of
if
time.
the person's like closed off as in like, no, I'm not going to share my password with you. That's
Well,
crazy.
I think exactly, and very early on, I think if somebody's texting and you're sort of starting to date, and somebody, let's say, gets a lot of texts, and they're very sort of, turn the phone away or very secretive, then obviously there's something going on, and I think that tells you everything, doesn't it?
It's very hard because men do this. Men look at a lot of sexy Instagram posts.
Yes.
The men's algorithms on Instagram and I'm sure on TikTok and
Mm,
maybe anything else
mm,
is
But then
a
that's all
lot
that
of
comes up.
hot, sexy women.
Yeah.
Because if you look at one thing, as we
That's all that
know,
comes up.
that's all that comes up, and it's all on your Explore page, and pretty much all on my Explore page is hot women too, because I like to look at hot women, hairstyles, and good food, and Pomeranian puppies.
Yeah, I have a lot of Pomeranian puppies, which I send you.
But yeah,
It's
you can
generally like
see.
beauty stuff.
Yeah.
There's no men on it.
No, there's no men on mine either,
Not
actually.
no interest to me whatsoever.
But see, that's the thing. So it's like if you're going on
yeah.
your man's page, if you're going on your man's
Yeah,
Instagram,
yeah,
like on his personal
Yeah.
phone, and you see what's on his Explore feed,
yeah.
it's what he's following. It's like, and that's also the thing, like, is that mean he's cheating on you because he's liking all these girls' posts?
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing.
Because he's looking at it
it's like
constantly.
a can of worms.
It is weird. I remember when I was dating my ex-boyfriend, and we had been dating for quite a while at this point, and he was still following a bunch of like uber sexy women. Like these are like, OnlyFans girls kind of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
And it, as much as like I have very much self-confidence, I'm like, if you are looking at these women all day long and then you expect to come home to me and like feel, I don't know, like in a sexy way, like I should be, do you know what I mean? Like it's like, it gives me this whole, like I'm not good enough kind of thing because I've been looking at these women all day. So I've been kind of like hard for these women all day.
Yeah.
And then I'm coming home to you and we doing all the mundane things.
Right.
So it's like you're exploring your sexuality all day long with these women online.
Yeah.
And then you're coming home to me and like I'm hot, but I'm like not an uber sexy Instagram girl.
Right.
So it does make you feel some type of way. So do you ask your partner to unfollow people that you're uncomfortable with?
That's a tricky one, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think if it's really obsessive,
Yeah.
I mean, and then how do you know? How do you know who he's following unless you look at his phone?
Well, yeah, but you can see it. And you can also see who they're following. No, you can
Yeah,
look
I
at
guess.
it on your phone onto them.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
So it's not a secret who they're following.
That's true. I think if they're following a lot of them,
it's also just like that's so gross and like that's a red flag.
It is, yeah.
If you're dealing with this.
I don't think it's at all weird that men would see a woman and look at her and go, ooh, and then click on it and then that's all that comes up. I don't think that's weird at all. I think if you see on your boyfriend, husband, partner, whatever, that he's following tons of these women, or that he's commenting on a lot of women's
oh my God,
feeds,
the commenting or the message, like the DMs.
That's a little strange. That's a little concerning, quite frankly.
Yeah. It's more just like seeing it all day long, and you are like, no man was supposed to see this many hot women in their entire lives.
No, I mean it
every day, all day.
It can't be easy. I give it to them.
And also women, we're not meant to see all these hot men who we could be with buying their girlfriends Chanel and like taking them on these trips and
it's
like
totally fake.
And it's totally fake.
And no, it's not helpful.
Yeah.
And it is also part of why everyone has these crazy expectations
and hang-ups.
Because they hang-ups, because they see all this garbage that is not real and that is curated, and then I don't know, why do we not understand it's not real? I don't know. Like even like men looking at like sort of AI generated stuff and like,
oh my God, yeah, it's getting bad.
Yeah, it's getting very bad. Very bad. And it's not good for women in the sense that these women are so perfect that and they're never going to be like that. It's impossible. Yeah, I mean, I think you just have to use your common sense.
Yes. Common sense would be good nowadays, wouldn't it?
It could. And common sense really is very much lacking in the world.
Yeah.
Like just use your common sense.
Yeah.
Chill out and use your common sense.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tougher than it seems because there's so many more opportunities for cheating.
Yes.
Nowadays.
Yeah.
That men can cheat and women can cheat and you might never find out.
Yeah, because messages disappear, voicemails disappear.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But then there's also a lot of ways where you can find out a lot easier.
You can get caught.
Because let's say you got a family iCloud.
Yeah.
And you're having all these sexy photos that you're receiving or you're sending out on the family computer that you didn't realize.
Yeah.
What do you think is going to happen?
Yeah.
Men, check yourselves.
Yeah.
Ladies, check yourselves.
Yeah.
These nudes are not that secret.
No, not at all. And some of these apps like WhatsApp, if people send messages, it can sort of immediately download to your
It does.
photos
Yeah,
and
and
all of
you have
that
to, I
sort of
mean,
stuff.
you have to change it.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't realize that.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is hilarious. But
We're not trying to give people cheaters the
no,
advice,
I'm
though.
not trying to give anybody. I just think, I guess we want to be so suspicious of each other,
Mhm.
and I think if you are in a relationship with somebody and you're already suspicious, that's not healthy. That's not good.
Yeah.
And is something, I guess you have to ask yourself, is there something that's happened that makes you automatically trigger suspicion? Is it the person or is it just your history?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
maybe you have to ask yourself that question, and you have to say, and maybe you should discuss that, that I have a problem because somebody cheated on me or whatever, so I'm anxious or whatever, so the person knows you're not like a nutcase, like you're just a little anxious about somebody cheating on you. But I just think you really do have to use your common sense. And I just think it uses up a huge amount of energy.
Mhm.
I mean, like if you worry, like about where your partner is all the time, like in a work situation, or they're going out with friends. I mean, I know friends of mine where their husbands don't really like it when they go out with their friends and they check up on them, and I think it's really strange. And I just think that uses up a lot of energy. What's the problem?
Yeah.
Why can you not go out and he go out? Why can't you have separate interests? Why can't you even go on separate trips? I mean,
Yeah.
what is the problem? And being so suspicious and so kind of imagining all these scenarios, that's like gotta eat up a lot of like negative energy.
No,
Hasn't
yeah.
it? Like, what's the point?
When I have a man, like when
Mm.
I'm dating someone, I love when they go out with their boys.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm like, go out with your boys. Go enjoy that time that obviously, like, you guys have nothing and everything to talk about,
Yeah.
right? You guys are gonna go watch the sports, you're gonna go eat some wings and have some beers or whatever
Whatever it
boys
is.
do.
Yeah.
And maybe you're gonna talk to some girls.
Yeah.
I really don't care.
No.
It's because I trust you.
Yeah.
And unless you're
agree.
showing me that I can't trust you, I'm gonna trust you.
I think you've nailed it.
Just don't break my
Susie.
trust. That's
Yeah.
it. That's it.
You've nailed it.
Thanks, babes.
Very good.
If you guys have had some bad cheating experiences or any kind of phone experiences, maybe your partner gave out his password and he shouldn't have. We'd love to hear from you. You can send us an email or voicemail at sharemytruth.com, or you can DM us at sharemytruthpod on Instagram. We'll catch you there.
We will. Until next time.
Love ya.
Bye. Thanks so much for listening. Please rate and review this podcast and follow us on social at Sharing My Truth Pod, and leave us a voicemail on our website at sharingmytruth.com to share your stories and experiences with us. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.